don't know how to introduce the video, so I'm just going to say hi, welcome to my voice and my face. And it's a new thing I'm going to try out on my channel called Vegan Insight. Thank you very much as well for those who helped me out with getting to over 500 followers on Twitter. Now I've only got about 6 subscribers. Won't mind that bunking up a little bit, so my goal there is 1,000. Hopefully by the end of the month. We're now the 18th of February. But ambitious. Probably set that for the end of March, possibly 1,000 subscribers. If you could help me out, I'd love you forever. It's been a lot of stuff that I've noticed since I've turned vegan 2.5 years ago. There's a lot of things that are just kind of weird, completely weird. Like anybody who's new to veganism would immediately notice that everybody all of a sudden is a nutritionist, knows a farmer or worked on a farm. And I think they're skipping out on a great and lucrative career there, to be honest with you, because the amount of stuff that people know once you turn vegan, astonishing. It's like all of a sudden B12. I never even heard of B12 until I turned vegan. Where are you getting your B12 from? Get it from supplements, just like you. Do you know how I know that you're getting supplements? It's because 80% of the cow got synthetic B12 in it, because B12 is actually a bacteria that's found in soil, in grass. So grass-fed cows are more likely to get it, so long as that grass hasn't been got full of pesticides or anything that kills off germs and things like that, because B12 is actually a bacteria that can actually die from harsh chemicals. So good luck trying to get your B12, you meat eater. If you're watching this, you're a meat eater. If you're not a meat eater and watching this, good on you. Good on you. Now, speaking of meat eaters and cows, segue. Dairy. That's what I want to talk about today, because obviously this month we're almost rounding up February dairy. We're just 10 days away from it finishing, from the end of February. The dairy industry a few years ago tried to counteract veganuary with February dairy, using the hashtag February Dairy 2019 as it is this year. It never works. What I always find with farmers is that they show cows in what they call, quote unquote, their natural habitat. To them, it's being trapped indoors. Fish inseminate the cow in order to make it lactate, so then you can get your delicious. That's where milk and cheese comes from a cow's tit, naturally. But the cow has to be pregnant. You see, before I learned that, I always thought, I literally did think this for the first 29, maybe 30 years of my life, that cow's milk is generated by the grass that the cow eats. That's how much the dairy industry has got people brainwashed. I told this to somebody I know, that the cow had to be pregnant in order for it to give milk. They laughed at me. They're like, "God, what the hell is it?" It's true. It's true. They have to be pregnant in order to lactate, to give milk. Every single vegan knows this now, wants to turn vegan, and they're doing their investigations and they talk to farmers. What we do is, as vegans, we just hijack it with, this is vegan alternative milk, this is the dairy industry, this is the reality of how cows have to live, and people have been turning vegan since looking at this. So props to the dairy industry, I suppose, for turning people vegan. Giving ourselves a round of applause. Beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. And not only that, they also think that an average consumer is friggin' stupid. They think that the general public is stupid. They're not stupid. The general public is not stupid at all. They've just been brainwashed to think another way. Like, for example, the dairy industry seemed to think that the word cheese limited to dairy products and milk had to be limited to dairy products. And the reason why they think the general public is stupid is because they think that something is vegan before the word milk, or vegan before the word cheese, or vegan before the word meat. To be misleading customers. I'll tell you what's misleading. What's misleading is calling a piece of animal flesh shaped as a cylinder a sausage. Or even a circle full of meat a burger. Look at my glasses, they're a bit odd there. I might start doing these videos without my glasses on because I just look strange. Mind you though, it doesn't help really. One of my eyes seem to be lower than the other one. They're not really, you know, level. They're just pretty much given up on life. Yeah, well. So, where was I? Oh yeah, last year actually, in fact, was that in France the court overruling saying that that vegan stuff can't be named what its alternative is. So milk, for example, can't call it vegan milk, can't call it vegan cheese. There's this new vegan cheese, they would call it vegan cheese, right? New vegan cheese shop down in Brixton, South London, and I think it's called La Fox Manger, something French. Apologies if I mispronounced that, but it's been in two sisters decided to give up their day jobs, create a vegan cheese shop, but they had complaints from the dairy industry because they think that it's misleading customers. So you go to your local supermarket and you see the word biscuits, whole biscuit aisle. You know for a fact that that's biscuits there, don't you? Simple, right? Simple. A child that can read just learn the word biscuit probably go, oh, biscuit aisle, yeah, go down the biscuit aisle, pick up the biscuits. Okay, down that biscuit aisle you've got chocolate biscuit, you've got plain biscuits, you've got rich tea, for some reason they still exist, and you've got digestives. So obviously the word digestives isn't going to be like, oh right, yeah, I'm having problems digesting things, I'm going to pick up that packet of digestives. No, they know it's a biscuit. People know it's a biscuit. So therefore they're going to pick it up and have it with a cup of tea, preferably with soy milk or coconut milk or any kind of milk. Let me know in the comments below what your favourite milk is. I'd like to know actually. Because mine, personally, almond milk, although I'm a bit partial to coconut milk as well, myself. And the fact that it calls it coconut milk, that's not misleading. I don't think I'm picking up cow's milk when I see coconut milk or soy milk on the package. And then I see Violife, it's like plant-based, so therefore I know for a fact that isn't coming from a cow, a dog, cat, whatever. I know it's not coming from any of them. I know for a fact that it's coming from plants. So do people have to now say that they're not having, when they have a problem with somebody, do they now have to not say that they've got beef with that person? Because they're literally not sitting down and having a piece of dead cow, are they? Just got a problem with each other. I mean, don't even get me started on pissed off. Seriously. I mean, duck bleach, right? I know it's made by people. This is an old canister. Duck. We literally know it's not a real duck. It's duck extra power. Nice little shape of a duck there. This is another one. It's like SC Johnson. I think that they experiment on animals. I didn't buy this. This is somebody else's. They just happened to be up here in this room with a bunch of other cleaning products. Don't know why. Don't clean up here. It's like Dettol. We've got Dettol here. We've got this sexy looking brush here. Right. There's a bunch of stuff that's been sat up here. You know, this. I have no idea what this is. Hotter protector. And I live in Nottingham as well. People say, hey up me duck. We know they're not a duck. They're a human being. Also in the news recently, there has been this person that Remember back when, for a few months ago, when the editor of Waitrose got fired after saying we should kill vegans, and divided people saying, "Oh yeah, no, you should have been fired. It should have been disciplined." Other people were like, "Oh, it's just a joke." And a joke about killing people. That's a pretty sick joke. Now, there's been somebody in Natwest, an employee. I assume there's a telephone one because they said they got the recording off the call and gone down a disciplinary route with this individual. Because they don't want to punch vegans. Really? Really? We're supposed to be like the hardcore militant ones, and people going around saying they want to kill vegans, they want to punch vegans? Are we really militant? No. That all stemmed from the individual in question stating that, pushing their views down everybody's throats. The only reason why I said that was because there's a drawing of a pig saying "friend not food." You can put on Twitter, type the word in vegan. Everybody says that. Friend's not food. Which is true, really. Animals here with us, not for us. If you think about it, whether you're religious or not, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense on a biological level with how biology is. From an evolutionary standpoint, we evolved from herbivores. So we didn't evolve from lions. I'm sorry to say that just because a lion does it doesn't mean to say that doesn't mean give license for humans to do it. Lions sniff each other's arses. Lions kill the weakest of the young. Like Gary Yourofsky said, if you go to court and say, "Your Honour, I killed my youngest child because lions do it," do you think they're going to take you seriously? They're not. They won't, and they never will. So, oh yeah, I eat meat because lions do, or because other animals do, because my hair's a mess. I don't eat meat, but yeah, so it's crazy. Also, by the way, I'm just sat down here because there's natural light coming from this window here. That's the reason why I'm sat down here like this. So, yeah, and general things. And also, there's a lot of people out there as well saying about we have to be harsh to people when advocating for animal rights. There's a few people in particular, I won't say who they are, stating this and claiming this. Basically, I don't think that is the right way of going about things. It might change some people's viewpoints, but I know watching people like Earthlyn Ed, like Joey Carbstrong, James Aspley, watching them not be as aggressive as some people out there, they get the job done. They convert people, they get people to listen to them, reason with them, and they go forward. And they've got a bit of interest in veganism. Protests, peaceful protests, get the message across as well. Shaming people into being vegan is not right. Listen, I don't know if you're new to your vegan journey, if you're reducing, if you're just having a few days not eating meat and the rest of the time trying to reduce your meat as much as possible, whether it's for health or whether it's for the animals themselves. So if you've got the end goal being 0 animals, yeah, I mean, on one side, I kind of see where they're coming from because they want to eradicate this as much as possible, but we've got to be practical with this. Not everybody is going to be like me. I was vegetarian for about 3 weeks before I turned vegan. After watching Cowspiracy, after learning about the dairy industry and the egg industry, and I was like, nah, I'm going to contribute to that no more. The reason why I stopped meat was because I made the association, and I stopped eating meat at the end of August 2016. And I was never a big cheese eater anyways, and I've already cut out cow's milk, so it's pretty easy for me. I'm not really want to put my taste buds over anything. It's like I used to love Galaxy chocolate. Now I'm just like waiting for a vegan alternative. Vigo is kind of similar, close to it, it's smooth. Just like the silk. Maybe not silk though, that's not vegan. And I understand it's not going to be easy for everybody, not as easy as it was for me to give it up just like that. Because of the casomorphine in cheese, it's natural in cheese. It's milk, sorry. Cheese? Of course it's going to be cheese, but it's natural in milk purely for the fact that it's designed by nature to have the calf return to the teat of its mother. But majority of the time the calves can't get to it anyways, can't do the natural suckling. As much as farmers want to try and say that they do, they don't. It's as simple as, I've seen lots of videos, lots of evidence on farmers.uk, it's the same thing. So they're not kidding anybody when they're trying to turn around and say, oh no, vegans are telling lies. We're not telling lies. We're actually going by facts. And I'll be covering a lot more of like health and stuff like that. Although I don't really want to talk about health, but plant-based is a lot healthier for you than eating meat. And there's a lot of evidence to support environmental impact from eating meat. I'm going to put all those links to the description below for those who wish to know more and also have a bit of info for them in their arsenal when they're talking to people, whether it's be their friends, be their family, or just general people at work or anything like that. At least then they've got something to refer to. These things are from Oxford University, from Harvard University, this research. And also there's a thing called the China study. It's a big old like 20-year study. And I'll cover more of that in another episode, another video. It's going to make more sense to have a gradual change rather than a sudden change. It would be ideal if more people gave up meat and dairy altogether. I understand that, I completely get that, but it's not for everybody. We have to be realistic here. The meat and dairy industry have a hold over the psyche of the majority of people. It's going to be hard for people to change, especially with the whole psychology of humans anyways. We want to be one with the masses, to feel protected, to feel safe, to feel belonged. I'm going to try and get as much content out there for you as possible, covering many different things. And if you have any suggestions about what I could do or talk about and things like that, then let me know in the description below. Contact me, whatever, on social media. Mainly you can contact me on Twitter or Instagram, both at Vegan Millsy. I'll put the links in the description below. And I've got some videos about the law of attraction on this channel. I'm thinking about popping them on to another channel. Just have this channel completely for vegan related stuff, and have another channel relating to law of attraction, spiritual things and things of that nature. So I had a big old spiritual awakening last week, and I'm starting to understand a lot more about it and get more knowledge about the law of attraction, something I've been studying for the last few years, and human psychology over the last 10-15 years, just as a casual hobby really, about 15 years now. I watch a lot of videos from professors, psychology and that sort of thing. Put them all together, it's going to be like a self-help channel. If it's spiritual, it's going to be very spiritual, that channel is. So once I get that together, I'm going to put that together, put that in the description as well, put a link to that in the description as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm going to pop a couple of videos, as well about Heavenly Chocolate. I recommend you buying these chocolates, they're amazing. I'm going to put my review on there that I did for May last year. Also, I'm going to pop up a link as well of a brief intro to the law of attraction as well. So yeah, check them out. Subscribe to this channel. Comment and let me know what you think. Any feedback would be preferable, just so that I can put together something that you actually enjoy. yeah, and I'll call it Vegan Inside. If you like the name of that, then let me know. If you don't, that's cool. So let me know either way. Yeah, thank you very much for joining me, and I shall see you again soon.